So now we're going to take a look at what you can do if you're a commercial agent or working with a commercial property and it's hard to find comps, which a lot of times it is. It's hard to go through and make things work. I'm going to show you some prompts that were built that I've used with a couple clients to help them put some properties together and to kind of make it work for their properties that they're working with. So the best way to do this is once you have your property, you have all the data about the property, what's it ranked, what the square feet is, everything you can come about that property. Write it all down in a nice bullet point format that's easy for AI to read and understand it. Take all that data and then put it into your, I recommend using Claude for this, a little more complex, or Manus if you pay for that AI. Claude's probably going to be your best one. It's going to work a little better than ChatGPT for this thing that we're showing you today. And once you go through and build all that in and have that ready to go so that it's in and loaded, you don't need to worry about it. At that point, once it's in, I'll just fix my little spelling mistake is. And then once it's in and you're happy to go and you like the way it looks and you have all the data, we're going to run these 5 steps. These are 5, then I'll show you what they are. And then after that, I'm going to show you what the results look like. So you have an example to look at both. So the first one, you're going to talk about you're getting broker opinion of value, or CMA. And you're going to use this for the highest and best use. And you're going to put your property, square feet, everything in here that you can think about. This is some example stuff. You're going to put condition of what it's like. You're going to fill all this information out. You see, we put a lot of data in here, and we're going to put everything in here. Even as a property right next to it right now, that's a lot bigger, that we're going to do that, and we're going to market analysis, everything about it. And it's going to have all these different parts. And then you're going to do sales comparison, you're going to do active listing analysis, and it's going to do all that data, value conclusion, everything for you, even buyer targeting, everything. It's going to do all that first. So it's going to take everything, give you a rough, good overview for a broker opinion of value. Once you're done that, you're going to come here and say, so now you were a broker looking at a broker opinion of value. Now you're going to come in for a real estate development and land economist, and you're going to do a land value analysis. Again, you're going to put in your property, put in all the good stuff about it, and it's going to build the whole thing. What's the best thing it could do? What's around it? This property we're using, for an example, that I did this was R3, so we could do multifamily or residential. No official commercial because it wasn't zoned for that yet, but that's probably going to happen in that area soon. And you can see it has all this different thing. And then the next prompt you're going to put in is you're going to do, again, a land assembly specialist. This part does have some land. And you're going to do all this different prompts. You just read the prompts. And you're going to just load them up and have them ready to go, or just cut and paste and put them in. The 4th prompt, now, because this one is set for multi-property, you're going to do a multi-property feasibility study as well, and it's going to load all that up. And then number 5, you're a real estate acquisition specialist. You're going to find actual buyers likely to purchase this property. This is going to give you a database of people to start working with right away for your clients the day you put on the market. And it's going to give you all that ready to go. And then again, right here, step 6, you want a marketing strategy. So what can I do to market this the best? And it's going to give you all the marketing strategy. So if you start those 6 steps, start at the beginning. I'll show what it looks like now that we walk through it. Step 1, you just cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste. Drop the sucker in there. And I'll have a link to these AI, all of the prompts here. I'll have a link at the top where you can go grab them for copy for yourself. And you can get in there and kind of look through them and practice with them and see what's going to kind of work for you and see if it makes sense for you in your commercial business. Now, the other thing you can do once you get it all together, I'm going to start showing what it looks like. So again, this is your, right here, like it says, commercial real estate property economics. This is the one for land assembly. We took out the property address to keep it, and this can go through and you'll see what it would do. It'll pull everything, parcel, shows what's around it, shows you what's listed, everything, kind of an idea about it. All that good stuff is in here. It shows you highest and best. It shows you this is a kids academy around it. There's a daycare in the area. All that kind of stuff is right there. And it shows you all the different value. If you have this, it gives you good data. And as you can see, it goes through the whole thing and loads it up for you. It gives you all the data, different scenarios. So scenario A, B, C. This is your, if you can get a daycare operator to buy it, this is your best acquisition. And then right here, primary buyer, secondary, and then future opportunity, and then premium value. All this is done for you. So again, this takes some data to read through it, sit down with your clients. But if you have a client thinking to list with you, and let's say it's a $1.2 million property, like there's one right next to this one, you can sit down and have all this data for your clients and say, hey, if you list with me, here's an example of everything I do for you ahead of time. And that will make you look like a friggin' rock star, which you would be. And again, right here, recommended marketing language. This is how you can market it even. And this is only the land one. So that's the first one. The other one we're going to show you here. Let me open this one. This one here is for the broker opinion value. This is kind of like a template. So like it's saying, as is where it is right now, it's going to sell for about $320. Land development is going to be $420. Recommended price $365. Kind of mix the two. Daycare use, highest and best. Estimated days on market. If you market it correctly, it should be about 90 to 150 days. Now, as you can see, they recommend it right about $365. They're marketing it at $395, which is very similar. And right here for land redevelopment, $340 to $420. They want to sell it quick, so they're right around $390. So they're a little bit higher than the recommended, but they're still easily within range of the land development. And as you can go through, you can see all this. This was in Laredo, so it has all the market analysis in the area, highest and best use, everything like that. Breaks the whole thing for you. Shows you what else is around, everything that is going. I mean, it does all the data for you. Then you can just present this to your clients, sit down, helps you understand what's happening in the market as well. Shows you as is, some of the value matrices, all that. You can have fun kind of doing that when you get your own report. Another thing that it does here is it does a marketing strategy. So it's going to say, who should you market? Your primary buyers, your secondary, your price positioning, et cetera, et cetera. You can go through the whole thing and see what's the best approach. It gives you a marketing line. Do not highlight in public marketing materials. Don't highlight this. Don't use the term vacant lots. Instead, use clear development parcel or already pad site, ready pad site. Things like that really make a difference when you're advertising. And then it gives you ideas, how to post it, what to cut and paste. Everything is loaded up for you for your advertising when you get ready to go that way. Another one of those things that'll give you from that same, remember there's only 6 prompts or 5 prompts. Right here is your feasibility study for multifamily, because this was opportunity for multifamily. And you can read through the whole thing, and it's going to give you the whole even construction cost based on what's currently in the area, your gap, everything you need in here to kind of look at where you want to be. And it gives you a whole construction. So if you want to sell this to a person looking at building multi-property, which that can be, this would be an opportunity as well. And you can sit down and already have these feasibility sheets. And like it says, townhome, 8-story, small multifamily, 2 units, everything is built out for you. All you have to do is go through and look at it. Another thing it has here, which is fun, it has your residential land value analysis. Again, it shows you 8 different scenario evaluations based on different land, like construction, residential land value. It all breaks it down. Professional offices, retail strip mall. It shows you how everything is going to work differently and how it's going to show the max value. Low. See, professional office does not pencil in. This does not make sense, so I wouldn't show to that. Retail strip mall, not great value. Right here, very positive. Medical office, that could be a great spot for medical offices. Things like that show you who you can reach out to and who you would advertise for. Like right here, it says mixed use, ground and upper, worst absolute of all the values, the residential land value. This does not make sense for this property. But this is really good, highest land value, which is your daycare, as we talked about before. So your daycare, childcare put there, because they have other ones already zoned in that area, so it's allowed, would be a perfect spot for that. And then you can go right here and see this is the best return. So this lets you go when you sit down. Remember, you're sitting down with your clients, and you're already going to have this ready to go for them. The other thing that it does, let me open up a couple more here in the Excel, is that this one, it shows you, it gives you a master buyer target list. So it gives you who's high, medium, and low quality, kind of like that. And then you can go, okay, multi-property family, this is who I would look for right here. Local builders, townhome development, commercial, et cetera, et cetera. medical. It goes all the way and gives you everything, all these different people you can reach out, gives you all their information, phone numbers, how to reach out to them. This is a really strong tool. So when you get the listing, you already have 50 people or so you can reach out and start working. The other thing it gives you right here is your multifamily feasibility study. So this one is fun because it breaks everything down, but it also has duplex, all the broken down here at the bottom. If you go through, it has all the different feasibility studies, small multifamily, townhome, fourplex, and you can just go through and see which one would work for you and which one would work for your clients. And you can have all this set to go and present this to your client so that they understand what's happening to them in their property. Another great one you can have here is, like it says, your land analysis. This one I like a lot. It's fun, just like the other ones are great. It breaks everything down again, all these different developments, but then has every tab you can fill in the data: duplex, townhome, medical, professional office, retail, daycare, mixed use, etc. Comparison chart. And then as you fill in all the data you have, it tells you this is where it's going to go. Here's, your RLV, how much you're going to make per site, your return on your investments, all that kind of stuff. It, right here, bank by residential land value. So RLV divided by, the square feet for all that crazy stuff. It's all in there. I'm getting excited, sorry. I think it's awesome. So this breaks everything down for you. So when you get it, you have all that ready to go. Now I'm going to open here again and show you like it showed you here in Claude. So if you follow those prompts that I gave you and do those basic prompts, you get your broker opinion of value, residential land value analysis, your report, your multifamily feasibility study. This is an example one, your template, your site, and your marketing strategy. If you have everything loaded up, ready to go, all you have to do is read it and then copy and paste the strategies that it'll give you to give you the best return on your investment and for your client's investment. That simple, that easy. Hope that helps if you're getting into the commercial realm. Feel free to have fun with them. I'll have a link at the bottom to get a copy of the prompts for yourself.